finally watching Avatar: The Last Airbender live adaptation by Netflix, obviously. Now I have to say this. I've seen, the animated series, so I'm gonna be a little bit picky about this, and be over judgmental about some of the things that I shouldn't be judgmental about, because I've seen the animated series, but it's been a long time though, so some of the things I've already forgot about them. So I hope, when I watch this, there's going to be some of those moments like, oh yeah, I remember this part, and all that. So I do hope the series is amazing, and I've seen people saying it's amazing, but I've also seen some people criticize it because it did not stay true, or 100% true, or at least near 100% true to the animated series. So I do hope they are wrong. I just want them to be wrong, but I'm afraid that they are right. They are usually right. Let's just watch the first episode. I'm not complaining, but we do know that in the live action, not in the animated, it did not start like this. It started with the normal logo. Is it called monologue? When they actually explained what is happening. So that's some cool painting compared to the movie. Yeah, nice.
Come on.
Yeah, go. Come on.
Get that to the Earth King. To your borders. And rally the support of the other nations. The water tribes and the air nomads and the entire world will turn their attention to the Earthbenders.
You wanted us to know. We aren't the real target.
My sights are set higher.
These are the people that they want to attack instead of the Earth benders.
Because it is our time.
And so, Fire Lord Sozin, the ruthless leader of the Fire Nation, believes this is his moment to launch a merciless campaign to conquer the world. His first step is to eliminate the one person who could stand in his way. Next master of all four elements, an airbender, who may not be ready for the responsibility of becoming the Avatar.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I would have loved to see when Aang, they say the airbender and all that, then Aang will go around in a pub and he just hit the rock and all that. That was funny. But it doesn't matter, it's not really something that was, it's made the show bad or anything like that. I'm just saying that's something that I would actually prefer to see in the ending.
Aang! Aang!
You're right. Just needs to go up where things always make more sense. At least for now. You can't!
right when he left, that's when the war started. That's when the Fire Nation invaded. Yep.
Remember, no survivors.
So they can offline. I mean, that was never. This was something that I saw in the animated show. No, not Arnold's flight, not Fire Nation flight.
Sisters, we're under attack!
Yeah, there is a bigger chance because of the end or that. And I also love that this show does not. It's not like the movies where they need to have for the Fire Nation for them to. They need to have like files them to actually use it. They can just have file within them. Then it's gone. Then it's gone.
It's getting kind of rough, Papa. Maybe we should head back home.
When he makes it back home, will they all be dead or is he like you arrive during?
Right into the corner. Stay down.
Oh, I think that's when he gets stuck in the. Okay. I won't make it back home. You get stuck in the water. Katara introduction in the animated show. She was the first, person as a fine introduction. I don't know why I'm telling you something you already know. I'm just, uh, but I did love to see. I love to see that the flashbacks and all that. Well, it is a flashback, not the opening for the series. It's more like flashback. Was in the series, the animated series, it was more like a flashback and something that we saw later on in the season. But I do like it for this way. A lot of people that haven't seen the animation can actually catch up on what's actually happening and understand the story. So I guess it was not a bad thing after all.
All right, listen up. We've been manning the wall in 3-hour shifts, but it seems some of you can't be trusted to stay at your posts. So from now on, 2 people at all. We need to get that canoe or we're gonna end up as fish food. Should be ironic.
When the Fire Nation arrived at their village, I think that's Zuko.
Oh. What are you doing?
You're not thinking of leaving him.
Katara, a strange glowy iceberg just exploded and left behind a mysterious little bald person. What part of that makes you think, great, let's...
Mysterious little bold person.
Kid, we can't just leave him out here.
I don't like this. Why listen?
Oh, Apollo is still in there.
What's that mark on his head?
Let me take a look. It can't be.
Consider that the throne isn't everything.
It may not have been for you. But for me,
Everything.
it's my destiny.
Or when I thought it was gonna say it's everything. But no. This thing is much better.
Have you seen him?
Yeah. That's not strange at all.
He is an airbender.
I don't really feel right when it comes to him about just being able to fly, you know. I don't know, something it makes it a little bit easier for him.
Sky Bison. Sky Bison.
Repeating it doesn't help.
Yep.
Fighting back, especially in the north. And the Earth Kingdom is still holding strong. We hope.
In the live, why am I saying live action? In the animated, the kingdom were more like the king did not know about what was happening, you know, in the entire the war. They didn't know, even though it was happening for at least 100 years. They still didn't know. Because we know who was making it, you know, not making him know. This general.
Good. Your skills have never been sharper.
I need to be at my best when I face the world's ultimate warrior. They say Avatar Kyoshi took down an entire squadron of Earth Kingdom soldiers single-handedly.
Well, you've certainly prepared enough. Now, how...
I'm a warrior. I should be able to do more for our people.
Sokka just doesn't want to see you
And balance.
die, that's all.
Feeling the energy around you, you can find balance. By finding balance, you can feel the energy.
Really trying.
That's good. You just have to let go.
No, I don't want to let go.
Katara?
Oh no.
Sokka, the Fire Nation. They're...
Leave him alone!
Because he wasn't gonna just stand by and watch.
Can't be.
We could go another way.
You're not serious.
Oh yeah, she's serious.
Tara, no. There's no way you're getting me on that.
I think he's supposed to be able to fly. Oh, she learned fast.
Aang?
Calm down, Aang. Calm down. Because I'm also wondering with something, what is he doing?
Aang?
So that was Avatar, the last Airbender live adaptation, and I want to say I was satisfied, but I want to also say I was dissatisfied. I was somewhere in the middle, because this is show, if I was someone else, let me just put in example, if I was something that I haven't seen before, like I haven't seen this adaptation, no, not adaptation, but I haven't seen the animated series, like when I watch the One Piece, for example, I watch One Piece, I haven't seen the animated series to read anything about it, so I liked it. I liked it more because of that. I believe that obviously there was more that I did not know about that world, but still I liked it more because it's because I didn't have like somewhere I could feel like they should have done this because of this. They should have done this because of that's how it was done in the animated series, and all that. I didn't have that kind of something that feeling, just going around in my head, just being told they should have done this instead of this, they should have done this instead of this. So I liked it more. But as for this one, because I have that in my head, because I have seen the animated series, I think I was seeing it's been a long time since I saw it, but there is a lot of things that I do forget about the animated series, and to be honest, it's not because of anything, but it's been a long time since I've seen that, and some of the things I'm seeing are like coming back to me, and some of them are like, did this really happen in the animated series, or they changed it up? There's also that, but there's also some parts that I do remember. I'm like, it's not exactly as it had happened in the series, and so because of that, there's always that feeling like I wish they should have stuck to the series. It was much better because of that. And with the anime series, there's always that feeling like there's a little bit more freedom because they don't have really to worry about the visual effects, all that, the people, all of that. They just create what they need to create with that, somewhat of that holding them back. So even feel that with the series, I'm not saying it looks stunning. I can't lie to you, it looks stunning, but there's also always that like thing around you, like something feels a little bit odd, or just it's not up to the both of the visual effects and all that. Even though they're stunning, there's always something missing or not amazing. But from what I've seen, is for the visual effects, I'm talking about the visual effects as for now. From what I've seen, comparing it to the movie that I only watched once, and I told myself that I'm never gonna see this movie again. Yeah, this is way much better. Like really way much better. They didn't take like a whole entire like people or 5 minutes to just do 3 rock painting. Well, no, it was not 3 rocks. It was one rock. One rock. Seriously, what was the hell was that? But anyway, this one was way much better. You could see that there was a somewhat real painting in this one. So I'm glad that they kind of listened to the critics and the audience reaction towards that movie and learned something about it. So yeah, I guess as for the visual effects, that is amazing. And now, as for the first episode, really, as for the first episode, I do think it could have been a little bit much better. We did notice that the changes were mostly about how the episode began. In the series, I do believe I said a quite long time ago, so maybe I'm wrong, but I do believe that it started with the monologue of like long time ago, this and that, instead of just starting with the big story of what really happened, with Fire Nation in the last year, or not the last event, why am I? The southern, the Anos, like the last fight or how they were invaded and killed, that. Because I do believe that in the series, we do get to learn about this more later in the episodes, because in the first episode, it was more like he just started out with the Akatar and Sokka finding out, finding Aang, and the Prince Zuko and the others come to take over, they come to see, to check, or what did they come? I think it was the same as what happened in this live action adaptation. So, everything that happened after that is exactly what, or at least similar to what happened in the animated series. I do believe that maybe there's something tinkering they did, but yeah, there is that. So that's good, that's good, that the kind of, there's a lot of things that they stick to the, series, and I do love that, because obviously I do love the series. Like, I can rewatch that series and never get bored. Now, besides that, there's a lot of things that they did do, like, not a lot, but there's one thing that they did do that I did not really like. That was Aang flying. I know, some people are complaining like Aang flying, you shouldn't complain about that and all that, but it just, for me, it removed that sense of like real threat, It's like having a character be invincible. I'm not saying it's invincible or anything like that, but I'm just saying part of the thing that makes it Appa, like, if you really hate the series, is because Appa can fly and can fly. That's really one of the most reason why Appa is there. But if you just make Aang fly, then why is Appa there? Obviously, there's Qatar and others to carry them, or Aang cannot do that, or maybe he can, but still. It's just Appa is supposed to be the one who's capable of doing that, and Aang should only be able to jump really high because of Aang and all that. It makes it a little bit more sense like that. So I mean, maybe is not going to fly very far or anything like that, but I don't think it's going to be a limitation of how far he can fly. So I'm just a little bit disappointed when it comes to that. I do wish it was not like that. Just wish this time they kind of stick to the series. So I guess we will find out how the series goes, and this is not something that is going to change, but I do hope they don't really get to overuse it. They should just be more like, let's go to Appa and they fly around, that. And one of the things that I do feel like they are going to change is that the whole entire Aang sort of running away from his responsibility. Why am I? His responsibility, because we do know that in the series he did not like after in the first episode or in the second episode, he did not like, oh yeah, I'm going to learn all the other bendings. He tried to run away from them, like, I don't want to deal with this, I'm not ready for that, I don't want to do that. So the fact that they kind of just removed that and just jumped to the Aang sort of wanting to learn all the earth bending stuff, the earth bending, all the bending stuff. It's just, it removed that, not responsibility as such, but it removes the storyline, the depth of the storyline, Because sometimes if you remove that, then he doesn't really get to learn, They kind of just did sort of a monologue of how he's going to learn his responsibility. Was part of this journey, or him going around, sort of running away from his responsibility, is seeing that people really needed the Avatar, that they really needed somebody to stand up against Fire Lord Uzair, fight, him being that person, the only hope, when actually seeing that people are really suffering out there before even accepting the mission that he's going to defeat Fire Lord Uzair, was really a necessary step. They should have at least one episode, not even 5 episodes or anything. One episode of him just trying to run away from his responsibility, but also seeing that he is actually needed. He needs to take out take up his responsibility of defeating Fire Lord Ozai. So if them taking out that part just felt a little bit wrong for me personally, but we'll see how things progress from here on. I do wish, you know, after this we get a little bit more into more of the stuff that they went through in the first season. I don't know if they're going to sort of try to take the entire first season and put it in the first, you know, the first season, like in the first 8 episodes, because that was more than 8 episodes. Well, we'll see how they're gonna do that. But I do hope they don't change up a lot of things. And one of the things that I also feel like it was a little bit odd is when Aang, which one is real? I feel like Aang was the right one thing, alright? So like when Aang went into the Avatar state after, you know, getting to the temple he used to live, I feel like, okay, you know, this should be something that Aang should only do when he is actually at that moment, when he needs to save somebody or anything like that. I do get the only one time that I do remember when he actually got into the Avatar state based on the series. When he got into the Avatar state is when I don't remember what the names or the group's name is, but they stole Upper, you know, only they stole Upper and Aang got to find out about that, and got to them. He got angry that he actually went to Upper state because of Upper. So that was the only time I do remember getting to the Avatar state because of something that was taken away from him, you know, not because of what had really happened in this episode. And if you really compare it, you know, it makes more sense in terms of, you know, what life matters, you know, Upper or human lives, or you know, guy's life, you know, people he used to know of his friends. It makes some more sense, but you know, I mean, that's what I was saying in the first part. I'm gonna be a little bit pick about some of these things that are going to happen in this first episode, mostly because what I know from the series. So I guess I'm not that thing. You know, when I really think about it, it's okay. You know, it makes sense that, you know, he would went into the Avatar state after getting home and finding out like exactly, even though he has been told, but just to get him to see that the place he lived is no longer, there are no more people, they're just dead corpses around there. It makes sense for you to just, if it were you to just go into a state and get a little bit mad, you know, it makes sense. So yeah, I guess that's all right. But I do hope that he also gets into the Avatar state because of the, I don't know which part is it. You know what? I'm gonna wait and see. I forgot the name of that place, but I'm gonna wait and see. So yeah, there are a lot of things that I'm expecting, but there's also that feeling when you're watching an adaptation that they're gonna change this, and you really like it, and you really wish they don't change it. But there's a high chance that we're gonna change it because of, you know, they really can just change it, everything they want to change. So it just feels like you always watch it with a little bit of caution, and because of that caution, you're gonna be a little bit more judgmental about every little thing. So if you're watching this for the first time and you haven't seen the series, and you will see somebody else who have seen the series judging about something, you really gonna see them like, are they really right up there, you know, because this is amazing. So yeah, there's going to be different direction towards how people see something because of if they've seen it or not. So as for someone seen it, I would say it's an 8 out of 10. No, let's get it 7.5 out of 10. You know, that's just a little bit the Aang flying thing is the one thing that I really didn't like. The rest of the things, there isn't really much of a difference, and there's actually, you know, somewhat, it makes a little bit more sense. I'm not saying Aang flying it doesn't make sense, it's just I don't like it, that's all. You know what? So yeah, guys, just comment down below what did you think about the first episode of Avatar live adaptation. That being said, I'll see you in the next episode. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.